Daisy, are you doing fine with the housework? I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you.
Don't worry about that.
I was going to come home early, but since I have a lot of shopping to do and some things to finish, I'll be home late. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help to you when you came all this way. At least, please, take your time.
I see. You really don't have to worry about that at all.
What? Why not?
Because you don't have to come back anymore.
What do you mean?
Huh? Don't you understand? It means you are no longer needed.
I beg your pardon?
I've decided to own this high-rise, so I can finally live in it. It's not a detached house, which is not the ideal I had in mind, but I don't have any complaints about high-rise. It's good enough.
I don't understand at all. Daisy, what are you talking about?
Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend that you don't understand. You know what's really going on, don't you? I'm more suited to live in a high-rise than you.
What on earth are you up to? Please, explain to me, Daisy. Besides, you shouldn't be so rude because I'm your family. I thought you were a nice person. I don't know when you started to act like this.
Well, I've been hiding my true nature and keeping a low profile.
What do you mean by true nature?
I don't like to go around in circles, so I'm going to tell you straight to the point. I've already received your husband's inheritance, so can you get out of my house? I don't need you anymore.
What did you say? Are you threatening me?
If you want to think so, be my guest. No matter what you say, your husband's inheritance is mine. The high-rise will be mine too. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I can't wait to live in such a beautiful room. So, Nicole, please, get out as soon as possible, okay? There's no point for you to live there anymore.
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
You are such a dull woman, Nicole. I made a promise with your husband about owning the high-rise, but living together with you won't solve anything. I don't want to have a fight with you each day, so it would be faster to ask you to leave, right? That's why, please, leave for the sake of both of us.
Don't be selfish, Daisy.
I'm going to leave the apartment I'm living in now. If you don't move out, me and my husband won't be able to move in, so please, move out right away.
Are you trying to get me kicked out?
I think so.
Seriously? Is my son aware of this matter?
It doesn't matter. I haven't told Michael anything yet, but he is the eldest son, so he'll inherit the house in the end. What belongs to Michael belongs to me. In other words, the high-rise is mine.
What a silly woman. What kind of nerve do you have? You're like a thief.
Hold it right there, Nicole. Would you please stop talking nonsense? I've worked so hard to get my inheritance. I've tried so hard to be a good girl in front of everyone. Do you have any idea how hard it was? It's so stressful.
I didn't know that you've been thinking about the inheritance all the time.
That's right. But come on. Even though I wasn't being myself, you were nice to me. You should be grateful for that. I've been through a lot of difficult times, but if I can get my inheritance and a townhouse, that's fine. I'm sure the hardship will disappear in time.
I see. So, are you saying that you've been pretending all the time?
Are you trying to call me a great pretender? But it wasn't really me. I was acting anyway. By the way, if you think it's for money, you can laugh and go out with someone no matter how much you don't like them. I'm a little relieved that it's over because the period didn't last long.
How dare you? That sounds like you're glad that my husband is dead. Don't you have a human heart?
I didn't mean it that way, but I've got such a nice high-rise now, so I don't need you anymore. Thanks to my hard work.
I can't believe you just said that. How could you do such a terrible thing?
What kind of daughter-in-law do you think I was? Well, it can't be helped. I was playing the role of an honest, gentle, kind-hearted wife of your son. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. Anyway, I don't care about you. As long as I have this high-rise, I'll have a great life. I don't have to worry about anything, so why don't you get the heck out of here? I didn't know you're such a devil. It's a surprising fact now that I found out about your true nature. Don't call me devil. That's rude. The moment my husband died, you changed your attitude. All you wanted was his fortune. This is definitely a scam. Scam? What a bold statement. I don't think so. You can think that way if you want to. The inheritance and this high-rise is mine now. I'm really glad I married Michael because he's the eldest son. I'm really grateful to him. Did you use my son to accomplish your own selfish purpose? Were you just aiming for his money? I didn't say anything about that, did I? Well, but it turns out that way, so I don't blame you for saying so. It looks like I won't have any problems in the future, so I have to thank your husband and Michael from the bottom of my heart. Do you really think that's acceptable? What you're doing is a crime. Are you aware of that? I don't think you can just get away with it. First of all, my husband would never allow such a thing. Stop blabbering nonsense. You make me laugh. I think you must have gone crazy with grief from losing your dearly beloved husband. Your husband is no longer alive. You can't even talk to him. So how would you know that he won't allow me to do whatever I want? Be careful with your words, Daisy. I don't think my husband would forgive you. I know it's unfortunate, but none of us will ever see your husband again. So I don't care about your husband's thoughts, and so on. Cut it out, Daisy. Don't yell at me. Let me tell you something. You were stealing money whenever you visited our house, weren't you? What are you talking about? Every time you came to our house, you would take some money out of my wallet and my husband's wallet too. Do you think we didn't notice that? Both of you knew about that? That's too bad because I thought you didn't notice. Anyway, how did you find out? Of course, both I and my husband noticed. Some money was missing from our wallet. I even had a fight with my husband because of you. One day, I was crouching in the corner of the kitchen. That's when I saw you taking money out of my wallet. I was appalled. I even wished it was a bad dream. I was very distressed, but you were kind to my husband. You also seemed to be very devoted to Michael, so I decided to keep quiet. Well, later on, my husband found out. You really married Michael just for the money, didn't you? That's not true. I loved Michael with all my heart. Would you be satisfied if I told you that? Well, it's true that I wanted to live in this high-rise. By the way, you really are an annoying woman, so please get out of this house as soon as possible. That's selfish. Don't be silly. The high-rise will still be my home even after my husband's death. What are you talking about? Your husband passed away, so it's mine. Because Michael is inheriting it. It's not yours. Too bad. Stop your futile resistance and get out. I don't care what you say, but I'm going to live in the high-rise. I think you better watch your words. You'll regret saying that. You are the one who should watch your words. If you won't leave, I'll hire a mover to clean out your stuff. If you don't want me to do that, you'd better pack up your stuff quickly. You should understand your current situation. This is why I hate elderly people like you. Geez, you really have no common sense. I guess there's nothing I can say to you. I've had enough. Have you finally given up? You should have said so earlier. I wouldn't have had to talk about it all the time. Seems that you're not a person who gives up easily. Now that Michael has inherited both the money and high-rise, there's nothing you can do about it. I've decided that I'll take the high-rise along with the money. I'm going to take good care of it and live in it so you don't have to worry. So just get the heck out of there. Understood. If that's the way it is, I won't relent. Well then, please pay $10,000 for the monthly rent. What? If you want me to leave so badly, you'll have to pay for the monthly rent. I wonder if you can pay that. What are you talking about? Have you really lost your mind? Stop kidding me, okay? I don't need to pay for the rent because I own the high-rise. I'm not joking, and the high-rise is not yours. I'm very serious about this. The house is in my name, and I was planning to rent it out from now on. The only reason I'm late today is because I had to finish the paperwork. I did it in one day, so it was a lot of work. What do you mean by renting the high-rise? I don't understand. I'm going to rent out the high-rise to other people, and the monthly rent fee is $10,000. The land value here is high and the top floor has a great view, so I thought that price would be reasonable. You can live here, but I'll charge you for the rent. Wait a minute. You can't charge me for the rent because you're going to get kicked out from the high-rise. $10,000 for monthly rent is just too much. Stop joking. I've already signed a contract for the rent. Why are you being so selfish? There's no way I'm going to pay that. I mean, I can't pay it. Then you can't live there. You need to find another place to live. No way! You don't have to stay in the high-rise anymore. I want you to leave now. I'm not comfortable meeting you. That's why don't ever show your face in front of me again. What did you say? This house belongs to your husband, right? Michael is the eldest son, and he inherited it. So it's mine. You are the one who shouldn't show your face in front of me. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I missed the timing to tell you. My husband's entire inheritance is going to me, who is his spouse. That includes the high-rise. What do you mean? My kids had a family meeting and decided about that. My son and daughter are all doing well in their own businesses without any problems. So they decided that they don't need my husband's inheritance. Moreover, my husband has given our children his inheritance when he was alive. What? When? I didn't know anything about that. Why should you be told about that? Stop being so brazen. Because I was nice to your husband. I was nice to you too, and I took care of you. I was an honest and caring daughter-in-law, right? You think my husband didn't notice about that? What? He knew all about it. That you came to our house and stole our money. Are you sure? No one will leave any inheritance to someone who stole money every time she came to visit. Don't you understand? I inherited the high-rise so that my children wouldn't be cheated by people like you. That was my husband's wish too. Oh no! Your husband wished for that? Michael told you about the inheritance, but it wasn't about something he inherited after my husband died. Aren't you ashamed of yourself, trying to kick your husband's mother out of the house because of misunderstanding? Wait a minute! Are you saying I misunderstood? You're the only one who would make a mistake like that. You're so stupid. Huh? Does that mean I can't live in the high-rise? That's right. It's a very nice place with a great view, but it's too good for me to live here alone. I'm supposed to rent it out to a rich guy who's been looking for a place to live. If you can pay for the monthly rent, you can live here. No, I can't do that. That's why you, who can't pay the rent, have to leave immediately. What? That's terrible. We are a family, so please do something about it. I'm the wife of your eldest son. Excuse me? I just asked Michael, but it seems that he didn't know anything about it. What do you mean that he didn't know? Everything. First of all, you were stealing money from my husband's and my wallets. You lied to Michael about getting an allowance from us, didn't you? I can't believe you stole that much money from us. Did Michael tell you that? He's here anyway. I've told him everything you wrote in your messages. No kidding! Why would you do that?
My son has the right to know about everything. Anyway, since you can't pay for the monthly rent, I'm going to rent the high-rise to the rich man. I'm afraid you'll have to leave at your earliest convenience.
Why? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. As he read your message, Michael seems to be quite taken aback too.
You shouldn't let Michael read our messages. Let's keep this as a secret between you and me.
A secret? Stop fooling around. I was shocked when I found out you were stealing money to buy goods from luxurious brands, but I thought it was fine as long as you took good care of them.
I feel rich when I have those things. If possible, I wanted the design that those famous Hollywood actresses have, but they're just too expensive.
Isn't it obvious? We're not a rich family after all.
Besides, those things I bought, I couldn't sell them with a high price, so I really needed the money.
There's no end to what people can afford. It's enough to have what you deserve.
But you want to have something different from others, don't you? That's what makes you unique.
What are you talking about? Buying luxurious brands products with money you stole from others doesn't make you unique. It's only when you put in the effort to buy it that it becomes valuable. How much did you spend on those things? I'm sure the contents of my wallet and my husband's wallets were far from enough, right?
Well,
how did you manage to get the extra money you needed? Surely you weren't stealing from other people's homes, were you?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't do that.
Then what did you do?
I used Michael's credit card.
What?
I had his credit cards in my custody.
I'm speechless.
Please, don't tell Michael about the credit cards, okay?
How much did you spend?
I can't tell you.
Fine. Michael will find out about that. I'll make sure you pay for what you've spent.
Seriously?
Money matter is a serious matter. You have to return what you spent without permission.
Please don't say that. I can't pay you back that amount right away. So please don't tell Michael. If he finds out, he'll tell me to go to work for sure.
I think it's too late.
Why?
I told you I'm with Michael now, didn't I? We're doing paperwork together for the high-rise. Of course, he's watching the whole conversation.
You mean our conversation?
I've told you many times, right? I also told you that Michael is watching. He's sitting beside me and is stunned by your words.
It's terrible to show him the whole conversation.
I have no choice since he's beside me. I guess it bothered him too.
Oh no!
Because what you did was too much. I think, rather than having you to start working, Michael is going to divorce you.
Huh? Divorce? That's impossible. If I get divorced, I won't be able to live in the high-rise for the rest of my life. If that happens, it's your fault.
Don't blame others. You must take responsibility of what you've done. Besides, either way, you can't live in the high-rise. You have absolutely no right to live there. As expected, Michael said that he wants a divorce. I know you were trying to get rid of me, but now you're going to lose everything. I'm sorry for you. Well, good luck with your job. Please return the money you spent on luxurious brands to Michael. Oh, and I'm going to charge you for the money you stole from me and my husband. Don't whine that you can't afford it. Just be prepared. Nicole was surprised at the shallow thinking and actions of her son's wife. It seems that Daisy was kind to her and her husband with the intention of receiving Nicole's husband's inheritance. Nicole didn't expect Daisy to show her true personality right after Nicole's husband passed away. It seems that Daisy was aiming for the high rise. She was shocked to find out that the property belonged to her mother-in-law, as it was already registered in her name before her father-in-law passed away. Even if she wanted to rent it, the rent would be $10,000 and she couldn't afford it. Daisy was devastated to find out that she would not receive any inheritance either. Still, she was planning to move in with her mother-in-law if she could. But Nicole was completely disgusted with Daisy's attitude.
As expected, Daisy was told to leave immediately. Moreover, Daisy's husband, Michael, also found out about her terrible attitude towards his mother. On top of that, it was discovered that Daisy had been using her husband's credit card to buy some goods from luxurious brands. The amount was over $50,000. Daisy ended up being divorced and was kicked out of the house she was living in. She had no place to live and no money. But since she is being charged for the money she spent on luxurious brands' goods, she will have to repay the money from now on. She is now working at night to earn money for her own living expenses and repayments. Daisy has made a big mistake, and as a result, she's now living a miserable life. Let's hope that she will reflect on this enough and work hard for the rest of her life to repay her debts.
Hello there, Isabel. I just heard about it. I know it's hard for you to say, so I'll just say it. Lisa, is that you? What did you text me at this hour? Seems that you're up to something. I'm curious anyway. By the way, are you having a day off from your part-time work today? Hey, stop calling me a part-timer. Only college students have part-time jobs, right? It's embarrassing. You have no delicacy at all, Isabel. Is that so? I don't know what the standards are for that kind of thing, so I can't really say. Anyway, are you off work today? Yes, but I mean the way you said that kind of pisses me off. Are you in a position to tell people? What about you, Isabel? Are you off work too today? It's a weekday. Oh, actually, I'm... No need to tell me. Even I can understand that much. You were fired from your job, right? Huh? Fired from the company? Me? Wait a minute, Lisa. What are you talking about? Are you going to play dumb with me at this point? When I called you on the phone today, I told you first, didn't I? I said I heard about what happened to you. Oh, you said something like that. That was about you getting fired from the company. Huh? Wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean? I wasn't fired from the company. Who told you that? I mean, I heard about it. I heard about that when your mother-in-law was talking on the phone with you. She told me now to go home and relax since you don't have a job anymore. I'm sorry if I eavesdropped, but I didn't do it on purpose. I just heard it accidentally. Well, that's exactly what my mother-in-law said to me on the phone. Anyway, did you just decide from that conversation that I was fired from my job? It's quite obvious, isn't it? Well, I knew the company would be in trouble if they employ an uneducated person like you. I guess you just have to give up and accept it. You deserve that anyway. Wait, what do you mean? Lisa, you're always looking down on me. Did I do something wrong to you? Is there something you don't like about me? What? You don't even notice that? You married my brother Stephen, even though you're not at all compatible with him. I've always felt sorry for him. Don't tell me you don't feel sorry for him. He deserves a better wife. Geez, are you talking about that again? I'm tired of hearing that story over and over again. I've had enough. Do you think you have the right to say that to me? You married such a brilliant and perfect man who was my brother. You are not an eligible woman for him. To put it bluntly, both of you are disproportionate. Hey, Lisa, we promised we wouldn't talk about it anymore, didn't we? I told you that Stephen was mad too, didn't I? If you don't understand, I'll tell him. I just can't accept the fact, you know? My brother has always been a good student and an all-around athlete. He graduated from a prestigious university and got a job at a well-known company. Why would he marry such a useless woman like you? It's just unbelievable. Useless woman? That's the first time anyone's ever said that to me. Lisa, I think you should watch your language. Everyone thinks about it, but they just can't say it. Mom and Dad let you marry Stephen just because you're the one he chose. They may have let you get married without saying anything, but I'm not. Because it's impossible for me to stay quiet. I was staying at the college's dormitory, so I wasn't at my parents' house at that time. That's my only regret. If only I had been there when my brother brought you to our house, I would have stopped him by any means. It's a stain on my life. You're so rude. I think you're not supposed to say that to me. If you say anything more selfish than that, then as you imagine, I'll get angry too. Why don't you just go ahead and get mad at me? I'm not afraid of you at all. Instead, I'll tell my brother. I'm going to tell him that you're bullying me. No kidding. Look, I know you care about your brother so much, but you're already 25 years old right now. Don't complain about little things like that. You're being childish. You should spend your time thinking about something else. You're wasting your life. I have no idea what you're talking about. Seriously, you're annoying me. Are you trying to say that I'm as childish as an elementary school girl? I didn't go that far. Steven and I are already married. That's the fact that we can't change now. That's why I think it's best that we get along as sister-in-laws. At least, that's what I'm hoping. Are you kidding me? I'll never get along with you. I don't want to get along with the person who took away my brother from me. Oh dear. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. But I want to keep things as amicable as possible. You are my husband's sister, and I want to take good care of you. Like the case with my company, just don't assume that I got fired, okay? You're desperately trying to make excuses. I'm sorry to say it, but, well, a middle school graduate like you can't get a proper job, can you? I feel sorry for my brother that he got married to such a bad wife. Yeah, whatever. Can we end this conversation here? I have to go shopping now. Goodbye. A housewife who got fired from her job is so carefree. I want to be carefree too. Oh, I can't wait until you and my brother get divorced. I'll be waiting for that day to come. You must think about it. Hi, Lisa. Can I talk to you for a minute? Huh? What do you want? I'm busy, so just make it quick. I'm sorry for calling you out of the blue, but I thought it's important to tell you as soon as possible. To be honest, I'd rather you tell my brother so he can just let me know. I'm sorry. Steven is busy with work every day. Yeah, that's right. You just got fired from your job and you're not busy. I forgot about that. I'll cut to the chase. It's about your wedding 2 months later. The first anniversary of my father's death is a day before your wedding. I'm planning to go back home that day, but my parents' house is far away, so I might have to stay there. So on the day of your wedding, I might arrive quite late. So what? Well, because I'm your sister-in-law, I thought I should let you know. I see, but I don't think it's any of my business. What? Why? It's your wedding day. Because you won't come to my wedding, right? Excuse me? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm the one who should be asking you that question anyway. Are you saying that you were going to join us at my wedding day? You've got to be kidding me. That's embarrassing. But I got the wedding invitation. You invited us jointly in my husband's name, right? Of course, that's just a pretext. I'll definitely invite my brother, but I didn't invite you, Isabel. Oh gosh, you mean you don't want me to come to your wedding? That's what I'm saying. You must tell Steven that you won't come on my wedding day, okay? Because it's seriously unpleasant. I feel bad for my husband's relatives if he knows that his sister-in-law is a middle school graduate. My brother will also feel ashamed of himself, right? Wait a minute, Lisa. That's a little harsh, don't you think? Harsh? I don't think so. The bride is the star of the wedding. I'm the bride, and I'm saying that I don't want you to come. Are you trying to make me the heroine of the day upset? That's terrible. I didn't mean to. I just want to congratulate you on your wedding day. You don't need to do that. I mean, never mind about that. I didn't go to your wedding party either. What? I thought you didn't go to your wedding because you weren't feeling well on that day. Are you telling me that it was because you didn't want to go? That's what it was about. You didn't really believe that I was feeling unwell, did you? Of course it was a lie. A lie? That's horrible. Steven and I were really worried about you. Well, I told my mom and dad that I really wasn't feeling well. Telling them that I didn't want to go because I hate you, it's just too rude, right? So that's why I lied. I just told them that I wasn't feeling well enough to attend your wedding. The truth is, I just didn't want to go. My, oh my, that's too much to bear. So, you know what? You don't have to come to my wedding. I mean, I don't remember inviting a middle school graduate. If you insist on coming, I can hire you as a staff. Lisa. That's it. First anniversary of your father's death. Why don't you go alone? Don't bother my brother, okay? Well then. Lisa. Hey, what's going on? It's terrible that you're kicking me out. What's so terrible? I warned you not to come, didn't I? Even though I warned you beforehand, you ignored my advice and came here, didn't you? You got what you deserved. It's my sister-in-law's wedding. I wanted to congratulate you. Why are you being so mean to me? Then I'll just accept your feelings. Stephen gave me the wedding gift too. I'll accept it gratefully. You can send me the wedding gift to me personally too. Don't be silly. I'll tell Stephen about this. Go ahead. I'll tell him that you went to get some air because you didn't look well. You can say whatever you want. What's that? Hey, can you just divorce Stephen? Then there's no point in attending my wedding today, right? I think that's the best way to solve this problem. Don't you think that's a good idea? Enough is enough, Lisa. I'll put an end to all of this. What? What do you mean by that? You're really divorcing my brother? Oh, finally, my dreams come true. Huh? No way. Why would I divorce my beloved husband? I have no intention of doing that. What a useless woman! When you mention about ending something, that means divorce, right? I had high hopes for you, but I lost it right away. You're just a coward who doesn't have the courage to do what you're supposed to do. I'll end it properly. The contract with your husband's company. What? My husband? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I don't understand. You have a husband you're proud of, right? He took over your father's company and became president a year ago, didn't he? Yes, he did. But still, Terry is such an amazing guy. He's a company's president at the age of 30. He's seriously a genius. Genius, huh? I'm not so sure about that, but okay. So he doesn't have any problem with losing one of his clients, right? Huh? Losing clients? What are you talking about? I don't think you understand. It would be useless to explain it to someone who doesn't have the knowledge anyway. Anyway, I'm leaving for home. Wait, hey, I'm not done talking. I have to get ready soon. You've got to explain it properly now. I'll let you know when the wedding is over. You don't want me to attend, do you? Then I won't participate as you wish. What on earth do you think you're doing? You're so arrogant. You are not qualified to participate from the start. I've got a brilliant brother Stephen and my husband is a president of the company. I can't have a sister-in-law who's a middle school graduate. Get out of my face, stupid woman. I'll do that without you telling me, but don't regret it, okay? Huh? Are you crazy? I'm the happiest woman in this world, so there's no way I'm going to regret it. Please give my best wishes to your husband. If you try to have a relationship with my husband, I won't let you. You want to get close to him because he's the president of the company, don't you? Well, I can understand that a middle school graduate is only capable to think that way. But still, it sucks. I'll talk to my brother about this. Yeah, whatever. You can do anything you want. As you wish, Lisa. Well, have a nice wedding. Hey, it's Belle. We just finished the wedding. Really? Well, you did a great job, but why did you bother to text me? Don't say anything unnecessary when my brother comes home, okay? I told him that you went home because you weren't feeling well. Oh, I didn't know we were talking about that, but I'm sorry. I've already told Stephen everything. Huh? What are you doing? I thought you left without saying anything afterwards. Maybe that's why. Well, I'm sure it is. You've got to be kidding me. I wanted to take a picture of me and my brother together. We didn't even get a single picture. It's all your fault. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but still, you should be polite to your sister-in-law or family. You're not my family. I really don't want a sister-in-law who graduated from middle school. I can't introduce you as family. My husband said he's ashamed of you too. Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Tell him the contract terminated. Huh? Contract? Is that what you were talking about before the ceremony? That's right. So, what is it? Did you tell your husband? Don't just say things that don't make sense. What contract? You were fired from your job, weren't you? Yes, that's right. I'll just need to let the company know what I want, and they'll do what I want. I don't understand. I mean, your company has nothing to do with Terry, my husband. Don't say weird things. You really don't know anything, do you? I'm starting to feel sorry for you. About what kind of company I worked for, what kind of work I did. Well, how would you know? Anyway, I don't care. You're always making fun of me for being a middle school graduate. What do you mean? What the hell are you talking about? Well, to make it easy for you to understand, Lisa, I was in charge of dealing with various companies, and one of those companies was your husband's company. What? You were doing business with Terry's company? That's right, and we were the main contractor and your husband was a subcontractor. Seems that Terry has a big attitude, so big that it makes me so angry. That gentle Terry? That's a lie. Don't say strange things just because you weren't invited to the wedding. It's not a lie. He's terrible, you know. He's been verbally abusive to me several times. Well, I don't think he realizes that I'm your sister-in-law, but I think that's his true nature. Verbal abuse? I can't believe it. He's always been a gentleman. So let me get to the point. I'm ending the contract with your husband's company. What? Sounds like a bad business situation, huh? They've been asking for a lot less than the market price. There are many other companies that want to do business with us on good terms. I don't want a bad manager like Terry get involved. I'm going to end the contract now. Wait a minute. I don't understand. Is Terry's company in trouble? It seems like it. I heard a rumor that a lot of employees are quitting. Well, if the president is behaving like that, it's obvious. I don't think the employees will follow him either. I feel sorry for them. I don't know anything about that. I thought I was going to have the life of luxury, because I'm a company's president's wife. I guess you shouldn't expect that to come. I'm sure Stephen and your parents will cut you off the family ties because of this incident. You may not have much of a glamorous life, you know. No kidding. Wait a minute. Why is a poorly educated person like you working for a company? Also, the fact that Terry's company is involved, that's a lie for sure. Frankly speaking, I have a college degree. What? You're a college graduate? Are you serious? Well, I graduated from middle school in North Carolina. I didn't go to high school, but... I knew it! How did you get the college degree then? You're lying about everything you've said, aren't you? This is why I hate middle school graduates. They're bad liars. After graduating from middle school, I couldn't go to high school because I couldn't afford it, but I worked part-time and obtained my high school diploma. I went to college overseas and graduated while working part-time there. What? Overseas? That's right, and after that a friend of mine started a company and hired me. I'm the main person in charge of the transactions. Well, I'm taking some time off anyway. Some time off? Is that why you weren't at work? I thought you were fired. I'm pregnant. I just got maternity leave. I'll be back to work after the baby is born. What? You didn't tell me about that. I tried to tell you, but you didn't even listen to me, Lisa. You just misunderstood me, didn't you? Your mother and father are very upset about this, and Steven says he's going to cut ties with you too. You deserve that anyway. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry I ever said those horrible things. I'm so sorry, Isabella, so please, if Terry's company is in trouble, I'm in trouble too. It's none of my business. I'm not your family, am I? You told me that by yourself. I hope you'll be happy with your husband, who is the president of the company whom you love so dearly. See you. Have a good luxury life. Then, as recommended by my husband, I blocked Lisa's number. Lisa's parents have distanced themselves from her because of this incident. She was also told not to come back to her parents' house. Of course, Lisa's husband's company lost a lot of money when the contract with our company was terminated. Now they are in debt and somehow struggling to keep the business running. Serve them right.
Have you taken your lunch break? Well, I just opened my packed lunch. I need to tell you something. What is it? I might be assigned to a big project. Oh, really? That's great. Glad to hear that. I know that you've been working so hard, my dear. Stop treating me like a kid. Are you making fun of me? No, I'm not. I'm sincerely happy for you. It hasn't been decided yet. But it means that you're one of the candidates, right? That's great. Do you really think so? Yes, of course. Keep up the good work. I will. If I'm assigned a project, I think I have to work more overtime. I'll come home late.
I'll have to go for business trips more. I need to manage how my team works too.
Exactly. I understand. I'll miss you a little, but I really hope you're doing your best.
Thanks. Anyway, I need to get back to work.
Okay, I will also start mine. Thanks for letting me know about the good news. James, can you reply immediately? It's urgent.
What is it?
I got involved in an accident.
Huh? Are you okay?
I'm fine, but I think I broke my leg. I'm still young, so considering my future, I was told that it's better to have a surgical treatment.
Oh my God. Surgery? Is it that bad?
Apparently, I'm currently enduring the pain with an IV drip of painkillers. The doctor will explain the symptoms of the injury and the surgery in detail. He said that he needs to see my family member to discuss about that.
Oh, well, if that's what the doctor says, then I guess I better do that.
Well, James, can you come to the hospital now?
What? Why me?
You're my husband, right? You need to hear the doctor's explanation together with me.
The doctor said that he wants the family member to listen, right? So it doesn't have to be me. It could be your parents.
Huh? We are married. So as my husband, you should come, don't you think so?
Any of the family members can come. I don't think I can help to make your injury better, even if I listen to the doctor's explanation.
That's true, but I want you to come here.
You know I'm at work, okay? If I leave, it'll be a problem for everyone.
I know what you mean, but it's your wife's surgery. You are allowed to come. I know your company has a good reputation for family care of the employees.
I'll ask around, but don't get your hopes up.
I'm sure you'll be available. I'll wait for you at the hospital. Hurry up and come. James, where are you? You couldn't adjust your work schedule? Or are you on your way to the hospital? Please call me because I'm keeping the doctor waiting.
I'm in a meeting right now. I just can't get out. I'm sorry, but could you please ask your mother?
Huh? Why didn't you tell me this earlier? You made the doctor wait.
I told you, I am at work. I didn't have time to call or text.
No. Oh my God. What's more important, my surgery or your job?
Don't ask me to decide that. I told you the other day, I am about to take on the big project. That's been decided, and things suddenly started to become very hectic.
Oh, I got it. That's good to hear. I don't blame you if that's the case.
I'm sorry.
I understand. I told my mom to wait, just in case. I'm sure she'll be here soon.
Give my regards to your mother.
Yeah, I'll be in touch. James, is the meeting over?
The meeting was over, but I'm still busy. What is it?
What do you mean? I called you because my surgery is finally scheduled. You didn't forget, did you?
Of course not. So, when's the surgery?
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. It would be better not to let too much time pass. So the surgery is scheduled on short notice for tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
James?
Yes.
Of course you'll come, right?
Where?
To the hospital, of course.
I don't think I can go.
What? Why not?
I've got to go on an urgent trip for a project. A golf trip with some people from my client's company.
Wait a minute. You are aware of my current situation, right? Why did you plan that trip without telling me?
I can't help it. Your surgery and the project started on the same day.
That's true, but I was involved in an accident and will have surgery tomorrow. Can't you talk to the company and do something about it?
I'm saying I can't go because that wasn't possible. I mean, there are plenty of other people who could go on a golf trip, right? Can't you just ask them to take that trip instead?
It's like a social gathering for an upcoming project. It's an important trip for me to get to know the faces and the personalities of my clients' employees. You don't do much work, so you don't know how important this trip is.
I don't get it. I'm in pain from the accident, and you didn't even call me. My surgery is scheduled tomorrow because you didn't call me. I'm on painkillers since I can't endure the pain without that, okay?
I don't understand what I should do. I am just troubled. Anyway, it's not my fault.
Huh?
Because you weren't supposed to get involved in the accident. You weren't supposed to have the surgery. If I'd known in advance, I might have been able to schedule it.
If your company would give you a day off to accompany me on the day of my surgery, I can call them directly.
Don't do that. You are not a child. You shouldn't have gotten into that accident in the first place.
Huh? I didn't want to get into an accident either.
I don't like it when you keep putting your own convenience on me. It's not that I don't want to be there for your surgery, but this project I've been entrusted with. I want to make sure it goes perfectly. Do you understand?
I see. All right, that's enough.
Why are you mad at me? Patricia, how are you feeling? Well, I called the hospital. I heard you almost died in the accident.
Almost died? Why did you say that in such a cruel way? Well, thanks to the good doctor, the surgery was a huge success.
Great. So, how long are you going to be in the hospital?
About a month.
I see. Well, just take it easy. Think of it as a break.
I'm going to try to get out of here as soon as possible. I'm going to do my best in rehabilitation. I'm still in pain right now, but...
It's normal, since you had the surgery. Well, things are going well here. My clients are happy to see me. I'm starting to remember names and faces. With these people, I think we're going to have a very successful project.
That's good to hear. I'm glad you chose to skip accompanying me on the day of my surgery. That's why I want you to be successful.
I know. I'm a super serious workaholic. I always think about how much I contribute to the company.
I don't know if it's work or fun for you.
What are you talking about? Entertainment is an important part of the job. We can't do a good job if we don't all work together as one team.
I see. Just come to the hospital as soon as you get back. James, are you still working?
Ah, Patricia. I'm working overtime again today.
It's been a week since the surgery, but you haven't shown up at the hospital even once. Can you explain to me the reason why? To be honest, my parents, the doctors and nurses are appalled.
I told you I have to work more overtime once the project is official. You don't understand because you've only got a cushy job.
I understand that, but your wife is in the hospital. Isn't it strange that you didn't even pay her a visit?
I'm sorry about that. I'm struggling to do my best.
I don't think that matters anymore. Are you really working?
It's obvious. Don't be rude. Do you know how hard I'm working?
If you put it that way, I've also had a pretty tough time myself.
Anyway, I'll be there as soon as I've finished some things. Just wait a little longer.
When do you think you'll be ready?
I don't know.
I can't believe that you're such a workaholic. If the project is a success, I'd like to see the results.
What's with that tone? Why are you being a sarcastic jerk when people are working so hard?
How can you, who's been thinking about skipping work all this time, suddenly become a workaholic?
Don't be silly. I'm just doing what I have to do. Don't be ridiculous.
Do you really need to work that hard and just abandon your wife in the hospital? Maybe you're trying at the wrong time. What are you talking about? You're so persistent. Don't pester me every single time. I'm terribly busy, so why don't you just sleep in the hospital for the rest of your life?
What a terrible guy you are. Seems that you don't care about me at all. I understand now.
Patricia, you're finally getting out of the hospital.
Thanks to you. You never came to see me after all.
I'm sorry. I just didn't have the time to do that. My work got so busy.
Really?
I'll make sure I go home early today.
I don't know if I can trust you. You told me that I'm better off sleeping in a hospital for the rest of my life, right?
Huh?
You said it. You said that you're busy, so you want me to just sleep in a hospital for the rest of my life.
That was just a figure of speech. Can't you even understand that? Anyway, I'm going home early today.
You don't have to worry about me. Why don't you just get on with your important work?
Why are you upset? I'm happy to see my wife out of the hospital.
You didn't even care when I got involved in the accident. You didn't accompany me during the surgery. You didn't even check on me once while I was in the hospital. How can you be happy to hear that I'm finally discharged from the hospital?
I told you, didn't I? It's not my fault because they started the project. I've been busy.
You can stay busy forever.
Why did you say that?
Because I'm never going to see you again.
Huh? You're getting out of the hospital today, right? Stop blabbering nonsense. Anyway, I'll see you later. Hey, Patricia, what the hell is going on? Explain to me. I thought you got out of the hospital today.
Yes, I did.
I just got home. Why are the rooms empty? You're not home either, are you?
Oh, I had a contractor move all my stuff while I was in the hospital.
They moved it? Where?
Where? My new house, of course.
What? I didn't hear anything about it.
Because you're busy with work, right? You didn't come to visit me, so I couldn't talk to you.
I know that I was busy with work, but you shouldn't have decided to move out on your own.
You haven't been home, have you?
What? Don't be silly. Well, sometimes I stayed over at the office when I had to work late, but I did go home.
Are you sure? Then you must know that some stuff have been moved out.
What?
They moved my stuff out a week ago.
Seriously?
That means you didn't know, right? If you didn't go home, you couldn't have known. You didn't go home because you were at your affair partner's house.
What the?
You didn't expect that I know about that, right?
Why did you?
My friend just showed me this picture. I just sent you the picture.
What the hell is this?
I want to know who she is. You told me you attended the social gathering for the project. You went on a golf trip, right?
Oh, yes.
So, the person you were dealing with was a woman.
There was a woman on the team.
I see. I have a friend who likes to play golf there. My friend told me that there's a guy who looks a lot like my husband. She sent me some pictures of this guy. She said you both look like a couple to her.
That's just what she thought. There were other employees around.
Is that so? But there are many more pictures.
Huh?
I'll send them to you now.
This one. When and who took these pictures?
The picture of you walking into that woman's apartment, and she's even holding your arm like she's having a good time. And there's one of you shopping at the supermarket.
I am asking you about who took those pictures.
I showed pictures of your golf trip, and I had my doubts about how insane your behavior was. So, I asked the investigation office to look into you.
You did that while you were in the hospital? What a crazy woman.
My mother helped me.
Does your mother already know about this?
Of course. You didn't even worry that I had an accident. You neglected me after my surgery. What kind of husband would do that? Even my mother was disgusted.
You...
That's why I decided to move out on my own.
Why?
Don't you understand? It means I'm divorcing you.
Divorce? Don't be silly. I didn't approve that. I won't do paperwork for the divorce.
Oh, that's okay. I filed it and brought it to your company.
What? To the company? Why did you give it to the company? It had nothing to do with the company.
It had something to do with it.
What the hell does it have to do with my company? Stop kidding.
I'm not kidding. I got into an accident when I was protecting a pregnant woman.
What? What does that have to do with the company?
The pregnant woman is a daughter of the president of your company.
What? The president's daughter?
She's married and expecting a baby soon.
Oh, I've heard that story before.
The president came to visit me right after the surgery with his family. He said thanks to me, his daughter and her baby were saved. He told me how grateful he was from the bottom of his heart. When I got his business card, I realized he is the president of your company.
Oh no.
He was a friendly man and told me about a lot of things. We talked a lot about you.
What did you talk about?
You were working on a big project. You went on a golf trip with your business partners. You were too busy working every day to come visit me in the hospital even once.
Are you an idiot? Why did you say that?
Why? Because that's what you told me. Listen, your boss was so surprised and he looked into your job internally.
Seriously?
I heard you weren't selected for the project.
What?
I heard you were rumored to be having an affair with a woman in the same department. It was so obvious between the two of you that word got around. I heard that's why you were removed from the project.
No, that must be some kind of mistake.
Do you think the president would tell me something wrong, even though he did an internal investigation?
Maybe.
The president was very angry when he found out about it. He said he couldn't allow such a scumbag to work for his company.
So?
Now, he's considering your demotion. Or better yet, he's considering firing you.
Hold on. I'm going to lose my job? Please don't do that. I'm sorry. I just got caught up in the moment.
The devil got in the way and you had an affair. So you didn't show your face when I was involved in an accident and on the day of my surgery? Who would accept such a reason?
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I don't want a divorce. How am I supposed to live with myself if you divorce me?
I don't care. You decided to do that on your own, so you must take responsibility.
Please, talk to my boss. I want to keep my job in my current department.
That's not gonna happen.
Why?
You must have had some pretty nasty dealings with your affair partner. I heard you had a pretty bad reputation. It's weird to watch. I heard some people were saying that you're getting in their way since you can't work properly.
Really?
Well, if I were the company's president, I can't help but to think about your demotion. If a good employee quits because of you, there's no way to save the company. The documents and photos proving the affair and the divorce papers, I've left them with the president, so please, pick them up.
Are you serious? Give me a break.
Because I couldn't move, the president went to the hospital several times. He said he'd take care of me. How could I refuse?
I'm so sorry. I'll apologize as many times as I have to. I'll do whatever it takes. Please, forgive me. I'll do whatever you say, Patricia.
Really?
I cross my heart and swear to die.
I want a divorce.
No, I mean... Oh, I almost forgot to tell you.
What?
Your stuff is in the trunk room. It's due tomorrow. If you don't get them out as soon as possible, they'll charge you extra fees, so be careful. I left the keys with the president, along with all the paperwork. Also, the lease on the apartment is up at the end of this month. You'd better find a new place to live by then.
Oh no, you're kidding, right? I have to meet the president early tomorrow.
That's right. If you want to excuse yourself, you can go directly to the president. He's a sensible man who listened to me kindly. What a brilliant man. Well then, good day to you.
Wait a minute. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just being friendly with a female colleague of mine. Why should I be punished that much?
Put your hands on your chest. Think about it. I don't think we're getting anywhere talking to you. I'm going to stop talking to you now.
Wait, we're still in the middle of a conversation, right? Think about me too.
I can't do this anymore. Then I'm blocking you right after this. Goodbye. After that, James went to see the president in a cold sweat. After being lectured by the president, he was ordered to move to the branch office, and his belongings in the trunk room were to be sent to his new post. I decided to make James and the adulterer pay alimony. The divorce was successfully finalized. Incidentally, it seems that the woman with whom James was having an affair has had a similar experience before. She may have felt uncomfortable, so she left the company and disappeared. James was dumped by his lover. Rumors of the affair spread at his new post. He seems to be living a lonely life by himself, feeling ashamed of his position. There is no room for sympathy for James, who has never shown a shred of kindness. I hope he accepts God's punishment. I continue to work as usual while going to rehab. I'm lucky that my injuries don't interfere with my job because I work in an office. Once my leg is completely healed, I'm going to start doing sports for fun. What a coincidence! I never thought I would bump into you. Let's have tea and chat next time. Isabella, are you serious? I didn't want to see you. I don't even want to talk to you. So I'm not going to have tea or anything with you. What? Why? Why? Think about it. Have you forgotten what you did? Hey! Are you still holding on to the past? It was 3 years ago. You should forget it by this time. It's not like I'm holding on to it. I just don't want to get involved with people who have no common sense. If you're not holding on to it, why don't you just have a cup of tea with a colleague you haven't seen in a while? You're as uptight as ever, LOL. If you're like that, you won't even find someone to remarry. It's none of your business. If you don't have anything important, may I go now? Wait! I do have something. Don't you want to know about your ex-husband's current status? I have no interest in my ex-husband. He's a stranger to me now. Hey! You're curious, aren't you? Your ex-husband is now a section manager. What do you think? Aren't you jealous? Oh, even that insane person can be promoted. When he was with you, he was only a section chief, LOL. As soon as he married me, he got a promotion. Oh, I guess having a beautiful wife by his side motivates man to work hard. My salary went up, and we bought a small detached house. Good for you. You seem to be living a very happy life. Yes, my husband seems happy too. When he was with you, you guys were renting an apartment, right? LOL. A shabby apartment suits you, but a house is the best house for a proper couple. Detached house is nice. It's like my castle. Nice. Are you jealous? Do you feel like you made a mistake by breaking up with him? No,
Not at all. Like I said before, I'm not even interested.
You're a sore loser, LOL.
You wish you never got divorced. Well, it's too late for that now.
Poor you, LMAO.
I'm not interested in a guy who cheats on his wife. When I found out about the affair with you, I lost interest in him.
I see. So you're happy with your life now?
I'm very happy with my life, and I'm grateful for divorcing him. Thank you for cheating on me with him.
You don't have to be a sore loser. It looks miserable, LOL. Being satisfied with being divorced? Wow, LOL.
Divorced people who are over 30 years old have no choice but to give up on their life.
I feel sorry for you guys, LOL.
I don't think my life is any of your business. If you're happy, you don't have to brag about it to me.
Yes, but I also feel guilty. You divorced before you became 30, so I was worried whether you could remarry in the future. That's why I texted you today. And it seems that you are having a pitiful life just as I predicted, LOL. I feel a little sorry for you.
That's none of your business. It doesn't matter to you whether I get remarried or stay single.
Laura, you won't be liked by guys if you don't act cute. You'll have to stay single and become old. And at the end, you'll faint inside your room where you live alone and no one will find you and you'll just... Oh my, it's terrifying by just thinking about it. I don't want that to happen to me.
Hey, it's none of your business. Just look after your own happiness.
I know, but even if something happens to you, please don't call my husband.
That will never happen, so don't worry. Isabella is the former junior co-worker who stole my husband 3 years ago. When I saw her once in a while, I lost my words by seeing her insane attitude. But I am only staying here for 10 days, and I would never have to deal with her again after that, so I decided to be patient. But 3 days later, as soon as I got home to the condo where I stay for a short term, I got a message from her saying something I didn't understand.
Hey, Laura, please answer the phone right now. Please explain what's going on.
Isabella, what is it? What's wrong? I can't answer the phone right now.
Laura, you just went inside that famous condo in front of Jay's station? I saw it with my own eyes. This is not right. Please, explain it to me properly.
I did. So what? This is one of my houses, so there's nothing strange about it.
Huh? One of your houses? Don't lie to me. That condo's rent is not what you can afford.
I'm not renting this place.
Huh? You bought it? Of course you won't be able to afford it.
Well, I didn't buy it.
Don't tell me. It's your boyfriend's place? There's no way you have a boyfriend or anything, LOL.
It's not my boyfriend. It's my husband's condo.
Huh? Husband? Laura, you remarried?
Yes, 6 months ago.
No way! Why didn't you tell me earlier? I mean, who is this remarried guy? I can't believe he can afford that condo. Is he a billionaire or an oil tycoon? Or maybe he won the lottery?
None of them are true, LOL. My husband is the head of a company. In other words, a president.
You're kidding, right? A president? And he must have a very profitable business if he can buy that condo. How can an ordinary person like you meet someone like that?
Because I met him through work. I got divorced and decided to live alone. And I worked hard. My boss recognized my hard work. So he gave me this big project, and then I met him.
Still, how could you marry the president? His parents wouldn't allow it, would they? Marrying a divorced wife is like to make him lose face.
Coincidentally, my husband's parents are also divorced and remarried. They were both betrayed by their first partners. They told me that they could trust someone who knows what it's like to be in pain.
That's a lie. Now, you're just trying to look good. You better get out from there before the police come.
This picture. Wait. Yes, it's a picture of our wedding. I'm living abroad right now, and I came back because I had to do something in this city. So this is the place for when I come back.
So, you're saying you have another house? Abroad?
That's right. I told you earlier that this is one of my houses.
Why? That can't be! Why are you living such a happy life? That's not fair!
What?
No way! You have to survive too!
Hey, Isabella, what's wrong all of a sudden?
Because while I'm struggling, you're living a celebrity life overseas. I can't allow that. I don't understand why I went through all that trouble to steal him from you.
Hey, what are you talking about?
I will never forgive you. I'll destroy your happiness.
I don't understand. Hey, Isabella? After this, there was no response from Isabella. When my husband came home from work, I showed him the conversation with her, and after he thought about it for a while, he made a phone call. A few days later, my husband told me that he had looked into her and my ex-husband's status. When I heard about their situation, I understood what she meant when she said she was struggling. I was almost done with my work in this city, and the day after tomorrow, I was planning to leave, but I received messages from her. Laura, I'm sorry for being so distraught the other day. I was a little jealous, since you seemed to be happy. I see. So, I have an announcement to make today. I thought it would be good for you, so that's why I texted you. An announcement? I have a bad feeling.
Actually, a friend of mine told me she got a boyfriend with a picture. And I was so surprised when I saw the picture.
A picture?
This is your husband, isn't it? Your husband is cheating on you.
Oh my. But still, you photoshopped so well. It looks very natural even if I zoom in.
What? What are you saying? I didn't Photoshop.
Actually, Thomas Baker did this, right? I know everything.
Why? That can't be true.
Thomas is an employee of my husband's company. And you're having an affair with him, right? I did my research, so I'm sure I'm right.
You looked into me? Why would you do that?
Because your previous messages were obviously strange. I was cautious since I thought you were up to something. I didn't think you'd try to trick me this easily. Are you that jealous of me?
I am. You work perfectly, have a happy family, you take a good care of your coworkers, and everyone likes you. I was always being scolded at work, so we're totally different.
I wasn't perfect from the beginning either. I put a lot of effort.
There are some people who are successful and some people who can't do it, even if they try. I was one of them. I couldn't succeed at all. I was so frustrated. That's why I wanted to see you depressed. I wanted to push you to the bottom of your life. I wanted you to experience a little of what it feels like to be at the bottom, like me.
Don't tell me you cheated on my ex-husband for that.
That was my intention at first. When I saw how depressed you were, I was going to leave him right away. But then I reconsidered. I could live happily like you if I stay with your husband, even if I was having a hard life.
Oh.
But the reality was different. I worked part-time and saved money every day in order to buy a house. When we saved up for the deposit, his parents told me that they would pay the rest and live together.
So that's what happened.
Once we started living together, his mother took control of all the money, and my salary was also under her control. So I can't buy what I want. My life is worse than it had been before we got married.
Oh my.
My husband is having an affair with one of the girls at work. Why am I the only one who has to suffer? There are people like you who are blessed, and why am I the only one who's suffering? Isn't this unfair?
I can't answer.
When you were with him, did he tell you that his parents were planning to live together?
Well, no, he didn't.
Did she complain to you about money?
We were hardly in touch, so not really.
Why didn't he talk to you when he was with you? And why did he mention it when he's with me? Isn't it strange?
Well, don't ask me. So you got fed up and had an affair with Thomas?
I met him on an app. He was kind and listened to me, so I thought I could be happy with him.
Is that why you cheated?
I want a place where I can be at peace. I want to be free from stress.
But you chose this life, right? You stole my ex-husband from me and married him.
That's because I thought I could be like you. I didn't want to work anymore either.
You know, you and I are different. The same situation doesn't mean we both can be happy. It's no use taking something from someone else. If you want to be happy, you have to work on yourself.
You're right. I was wrong. I know it's too late though.
Either you get divorced and start your life over, or you can keep this life. It's up to you. But I don't think you should depend on others all the time. You have to develop the strength to live on your own. Since you were able to realize it's not too late. Life goes on. You can do it.
Laura, please help me. I don't want to live like this anymore. You said you've been working hard to be happy, right? Please tell me what to do.
No, you have to think by yourself. I can't do anything for you. I'm already old, you know.
Huh?
I have to live quietly, not to bother my ex-husband. I don't think it's worth depending on a woman who's not liked by guys and don't act cute.
That's not true. You're strong and cool and have femininity. You are a wonderful person. I respect you.
Oh, that's not what you said to me a week ago. I think it was something like, I'm going to have a lonely life.
I was just trying to look good.
Either way, I'm not going to help you. You cheated on me with my ex-husband. I don't feel that I want to help you. To be honest, I don't feel good talking to you like this.
No, please, help me. I sincerely apologize for everything I've done.
Oh, by the way, Thomas quit the company. He said he should never have gotten involved with you.
Is that true?
Also, my ex-husband's girlfriend's fiancé has found out about the affair. I wonder what he's going to do.
Oh no! Please, please help me! I'll do anything. I want to be happy too.
I don't want to. By the way, I'm going back to my house overseas in 2 days, so we'll never see each other again. I'll block you too. Goodbye.
Oh no!
I showed this conversation to my husband, and he laughed hard. Then we went back to our home overseas together. My husband found out that the fiancé was beaten up by my ex-husband, and in addition, the company found out that he was dating his girlfriend by using the company car, so they fired him. Isabella filed for divorce, but since they were both having an affair, she is having difficulty dividing the property. She has lost a lot of weight due to her stressful days. I returned home and immediately went to the hospital because I was not feeling well and found out I was pregnant. My husband is taking care of me and I am spending a very happy life.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!